game. So how do things look for the Saints, who are a dome team?
It finally stops. I think the Saints are tired of hearing about them not being able to win on the road. I think you have Drew Brees. I think he gets involved in this game early. Come out, he's going to create a running game, and it stops. This is something that, teams get tired of hearing about. I'm sure the coach is drilling this home to his players. Everybody's telling you in America, you can't win on the road. You're not a good road team. Seattle Seahawks used to hear that a lot. What did they do? They went out and they changed that by playing better on the road. I think the Saints go out, have a good game on the road, and prove that they can win.
All right, the last two Super Bowl champions have been 4 seeds this year. It's the Packers and it's the Colts. Does it stick or does it stop, Billy?
This is probably going to stop. I don't think these two teams are going to win the Super Bowl. I think they're two very good teams. Their chances are like every other team's chances. But when I look at these other teams in its entirety, I don't think they'll win the Super Bowl. You know the best thing about it? When he answers first, I always say this. He tags along. I say this sticks. Indianapolis has a chance.
They're going to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think they have a chance.
No, not a chance. Every team has a chance. Are they going to win the Super Bowl?
I said they got a chance.
Oh, see, that's not
Indianapolis coach wins the Super Bowl.
There you go.
See, you can't pin you down. You can't do that.
Coming at you right now, NFL Total Access. Inside info on all the hot topics.
The Bengals offense is rolling, but will they continue to roll through the postseason? Our guys weigh in.
Stand by, guys.
Ever heard of ground and pound? Clinton Portis has. He'll rank the running backs that will give their teams the best shot to get through wild card weekend and beyond. Out with the old and in with the new. With 2014 upon us, we're making resolutions for the teams who fell short of their postseason goals.
This is the NFL in prime time. It's TA from LA.
It's a rematch of Week 13, the wild card round of the playoffs this year. We go out to Cincinnati, Ohio to talk to star Bengals wide receiver A.J. Green. A.J., must feel good that you've already played these guys and beaten these guys, right?
I don't know about all that, but like I said, it's good to get back in the playoffs. That's the biggest thing for us.
A.J., it's your 3rd season in the NFL. This is going to be the 3rd time you've gone to the playoffs, but you haven't tasted success yet in the postseason. The Bengals haven't won a playoff game since 1990. How much does that weigh on you?
It doesn't weigh on us as much. I think it's just more as annoying getting one because that's all everybody talks about. So the best thing for that is go out there and win that game, and that's the biggest thing we're focused on right now. We mentioned 2 years in a row. Your quarterback has struggled in the playoffs. 0 touchdowns. 4 interceptions, 2 losses to the Houston Texans. Going into this 3rd season, how do you guys as a receiving core get him to loosen up and just unleash and throw you guys jump balls? I think the first 2 seasons, we always play. I think we have to do better making plays for him. And I think right now we're all doing right now. And the receiver, we're playing unbelievable right now. We just got to go out there and play. Like I said, don't be as tight, and go out there and play like a regular season game and see what happens. So as a dominant receiver, you didn't touch the ball until the 3rd quarter in last year's playoff loss to Houston. How do you go out without big-time other receivers and just say, hey, bro, come to me, give me the ball? Sort of like Keyshawn Johnson. I don't think they're going to have to, I don't have to say anything. I think, they know. So I'm going to go out there and run my routes to my best ability and see what happens. Last year, it was other schemes we saw, different mismatch. So we're trying to get them the ball, but I know this year it's going to be a vocal point and try to give me the ball more. So.
To have this game in your house this time as opposed to having to go on the road in the playoffs, how much does that help?
Oh man, it's great. Like I said, we're undefeated at home, and I feel like we play our best football, at our house. And the biggest thing for us is to try to protect our house, and that's the whole motto this year. So, have the fans and everybody around Cincinnati here. So it's great to have the first home game.
Now, Jay Gruden's been garnering a little head coaching interest around the league. I don't know if you've been hearing about this. Do you picture him as a head coach in the near future?
Yeah, I definitely do, man. Jay's a great coach, man. So, he deserves all the success that's gonna come his way because, he works hard. So, hats off to him if he do, but I'd love to have him stay here.
Including yourself. Oh, well, not including yourself. Who are your favorite three receivers in the NFL right now?
My favorite three got to be, Andre Johnson, Calvin Johnson, Steve.
That's a good three.
I like it. Hey, AJ, thanks for joining us, man, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, man.
The Bengals have struggled in the postseason. They have the longest active streak of seasons without a playoff win. They haven't won in a long, long time. It's Marvin Lewis on this one.
I thought we prepared very well a year ago. I thought we prepared very well the year before that. And I thought we had good weeks of preparation. And we just got to go put it out there. We got to go play. And it's a matter of understanding you've prepared to do this. You've been put in position to do this. We have the confidence to do it. Let's go do it. But we're not going to get any of you to shut up about it until we win.
He's right. I like Marvin.
Everything else going to say.
No. Hashtag battle time. You can join this conversation. Really not far. Just tweet your vote to @NFL Network. The question is, how far are this year's Bengals team going to go? Willie?
I think they'll beat San Diego at home. I think they're built to beat San Diego at home. They've been playing well. But the question always comes down to Andy Dalton. I mean, you can't throw 4 interceptions and 2 touchdowns and expect to beat some of the best teams in the AFC. Watching this team, the defense get better, watching the running game, watching the pieces around Andy Dalton at the receiver position, I think he has everything he needs to win a Super Bowl. But it just sometimes I just don't want to push the button and say Andy Dalton is that guy that's going to take us all away. I don't see him going into New England if they win. I think they should be San Diego. And you can't turn the ball over against Tom Brady and expect him not to turn those turnovers into points.
Well, I'll tell you this, if you don't look at the way you've been playing, it's just that magic year. You get to the point after you get out of your freshman year, you're sophomore in the league, now you get to your 3rd year in the league, and all of a sudden you become a different player. You start to see the game a little better. And he's gone through a little bit of that up and down, so to speak, during this season. But when you look at it, the team around him has gotten so much better. Giovanni Bernard, I think, is going to be the guy that helps to make him a secure type of quarterback. Because when you do get in those troubles, going up against New England Patriots, assuming that they get they've already beat them at home. When you get in that situation where Bill Belichick and this defense starts throwing things in front of you, you can have a guy like Giovanni Bernard, who is second right now behind A.J. Green for that team. This team has a really good defense. I think that they can go very far and even beat the New England Patriots for a second.
They're not going to win a Super Bowl or dump off passes to the running back.
That's going to be in trouble.
But he's got the weapons to throw the ball down the field.
Yeah, he can. But if he gets in trouble like he's been in the past, he can be able to get that. But this defense is also going to be able to put up against
Yeah, A.J. Green, we just saw one of those weapons a few minutes ago in that interview with CP. 0-4, that's what Marvin Lewis's record is in the playoffs.
I'm not going to shut up like Marvin said. Andy Dalton proves it.
It has been a roller coaster ride of the season. Here are the results. 53% saying who day, so they at least agree with you that they're going to beat the Bolts this weekend. If you want to play a little game, you can log on to NFL.com/social showdown. You know, New Year's Day means 2 things: football and New Year's resolutions. Ahead, we delve into the NFL resolutions.
Good things, bad things, it doesn't matter. That's who you are.
Nothing carries us from here to where we're going. Everybody talks about what we couldn't do and what we wouldn't do and what we shouldn't do, right? You did it week after week, day after day. No matter what somebody said about you, it doesn't matter what they say. Hey everybody, Chef Brian Duffy here. Who doesn't love a really good burger? You know, you can make them the old way, but one of the hottest trends right now is the stuffed burger. Just look at this burger. How do I get everything inside? Stuffs. Stuffs is so easy to use, and trust me, if you try to make a stuffed burger without it, it's only going to be a mess. Here's what you do. 1, press your base. Look at how deep that cup is. 2, fill with stuffing. 3, add your top patty and press. That's it. Stuffs makes the most amazing, easily stuffed patty every time. Look at that. This patented little wonder is going to make the ultimate America's stuffed burger. Look amazing? It is. With stuff, your recipes are endless. Chili, cheese, jalapeno? Yeah, that works. Mushrooms and Swiss cheese, it is all inside. How about some garlic, a little fresh spinach, some sun-dried tomatoes, and Parmesan? Insanely good. And my daughter's favorite, mac and cheese. Don't knock it till you try it. With Stuffs, it's easy, it's fun, and the whole family will create their own signature stuffed burger. Ground chicken, ham, and Swiss cheese? Yep, it's a cordon bleu chicken burger. That's what we're talking about. Look at this. Use stuffed with ground turkey as well. Got your wheels turning now. Little bacon, jalapeno, blue cheese, call it what you want. This is the best stuffed turkey burger ever. You and your family are going to have a blast with Stuffs because the recipes, they're endless. I use Stuffs in all my restaurants now. You can do the same right at home. You're going to love this.
Call now or order online to get Stuffs for only $9.99. And when you do, Chef Duffy will send you a second Stuffs absolutely free. That's 2 Stuffs for only $9.99. Here's how to get yours today.
To order, call 1-800-256-1026. That's 1-800-256-1026. Or go online at buystuffs.com. Call or click today.
Jerry Rice. Hey, what's up, Brian? We drafted a Pro Bowl team. You better be ready. Oh, yeah, I got some homework to do. He's in trouble. Okay, guys, crunch time.
The Pro Bowl Draft, January 22nd on NFL Network.
Now from sidearm to block the fucking interception. So a couple of deep drop steps up. There's the sack. Andy Malone throws the interception.
Yeah, the Redskins will see their record fall to 3-10.
Another kick turnover, and he gets all 2. Self-inflicted wound. Blocker the throw from the gun. Deflected and intercepted. Quick throw right side, got a man, and it's Hilton. Houston falls again. Oh, it's the new year. Time for some resolutions. We all make them every single year, and we all break them every single year. Okay, let's focus on the teams that didn't make the playoffs. Resolutions for teams that didn't make the playoffs. We're each going to pick a couple. Willie, what do you have?
I'm going to start with the NFC East, and I'm tired of seeing the NFC East come down to Week 17. Can somebody please, in the NFC East, come out and just take a stronghold on this division? It seems like watching these teams during the year, nobody wanted to win the NFC East, and it came down to the Philadelphia Eagles. Finally, great play with Sean McCoy, Nick Foles taking over, winning that game by like 1 game, right? A couple games, squeaking by.
All right, well, we got number 2. You have another one, right?
Yeah, the number 2 one is we're kind of tired of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like nobody really respects them. I'm saying I want this to.
You want them to be good.
I want them to be good. I don't want this to be like the forgotten child that we don't talk about. Like we're leaving them off the NFL. Like 32 teams. Okay, we're only talking about 31. I want personnel. I want people upstairs to go out, bring in some players. I want this franchise to grow and be really good. And I want them to stay here. I don't want them to go abroad. I don't want them to go to England. I want them to stay here.
And you want them to stay in Florida. All right, Aqua, what do you have, man?
Well, I'm going to go back to my roots here. I'm going to go to the AFC West, to the Oakland Raiders. And I think about the Oakland Raiders, and for me, it's really be committed to excellence. I mean, we look at this team, and they have not been the same team since that Super Bowl in 2002 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2002 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It looks like you do everything and just win, baby, from the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders, I mean, they've gone through a lot of hard draft picks. for CP. Hey, we were in Washington, D.C. for a long time together, my friend. I hope this is talking about the Redskins.
Everybody's talking about going to their roots. I'll go to my roots. The Washington Redskins. Let's dig deep into Mr. Snyder pockets. $10 million. Come on, Coward. Let's get it done. We need somebody that will come into Washington, establish identity. This is the man, Bill Coward. We need you. I'm available to be offensive coordinator or anything else that you need. But no, I think I'm going to go in and get a coach that can come in and establish his ways. A coach that can deal with that media and a strong-minded guy to clean up the mess that's left behind in D.C. And my second choice would be to go out and, speaking of Bill Coward, let's get the Pittsburgh Steelers' identity back. Let's go back to the Steelers of old. Hit people. I think this Steelers defense played horrible all year long. You look at Ryan and losing Harrison. This defense just didn't have an identity this year. I think guys came out and ran over them and kind of pushed them around. So, yeah, we need to still Steelers anymore. Listen, Mike Tomlin is an awesome coach, and I think he goes back to get the type of defense that he just can. The NFL kind of took that away from him, but pay the fine.
Only one down here from the Steelers defense. And come on, Coward, no chance he ends up in Washington.
It's my New Year's
Hey,
resolution.
New Year's resolution.
You're right. I want to order me.
We gave it our best shot.
Still to come on NFL Total Access.
You want it? You got it. There are some elite rushers in the backfield this weekend. Former All-Pro Clinton Portis ranks his top wild card running backs.
Coming up next. This Week in History is brought to you by your local Lexus dealer, who invite you to test drive a Lexus today. On December 31st, 1967, the Green Bay Packers defeated the Dallas Cowboys to win their third championship in a game that would come to be known as the Ice Bowl. The new lineup of Lexus luxury vehicles has arrived at your local Lexus dealer. For a test drive and additional details, visit Lexus.com.
Together, we make the NFL Ticket Exchange, the only place to buy and sell verified, authentic NFL tickets, which means we make sure your name is on your ticket.
Enjoy the game, guys.
Guaranteeing the day belongs to you. Your name written all over. NFL Ticket Exchange. Together, we make football.
Whoa there, big spender.
Chitties was just $1.
Your rodeo crispy chicken sandwich was just $1. And my rodeo burger?
Try the new Rodeo Crispy Chicken or freshly fire-grilled rodeo burger for just $1. Part of the new King Jill's value menu. Only at Burger King, where taste is king. It's about football. It's about the events. It's about the access. It's about the moment. Don't just watch it, live it. Ticket experiences direct from the NFL. Visit NFLOnLocation.com.
Saturday at noon. Cowboys slow down the Eagles' high-flying offense. With good coverage leading you right up to kickoff. Game day morning, Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network. For an NFL prospect, there's no holding back, no stopping. And we don't either. With live exclusive coverage from the East-West Triangle, Under Pressure, on the Clock. Live Saturday, January 18th to 4, only on NFL Network. show. With your perfect poly, you're never by yourself. Poly lights won't believe your eyes. Get your perfect poly today for only $14.99, complete with the authentic poly purge. But wait, call right now and you can double your order. That's a pair of perfect polys for $14.99.
Call 800-588-3143 to get your perfect poly pet, or visit perfectpolypet.com. Call 800-588-3143.
Time now to focus on the running backs playing this weekend, and we do have some dandies. Here's a look at the numbers. You can see all different types of running backs, some big, some small, some quick, some not. But they are all notable, that is for sure. We've had one of the best with us all week long in CLIP0627, nearly 10,000 NFL rushing yards. So he's going to give us his
Yeah, I was just thinking, man, us being on this turf, I did this to Willie many times.
Yeah, no, you can't talk to Willie like that very often. He must really like you and not take it out of him.
I mean, I think when you look at these running backs, I would give you my top 3 backs off of this board. And at number 3, I'll start with Frank Gore. When you look at Frank Gore, I think he's a consistent back. He's what you need. Not going to turn the ball over. Dangerous. Pound. It's constant. Just feed this guy. So when you look at the number 3 back, I'll give you Frank Gore. When you look at number 2, this could have easily been number 1. These could have switched. Jamal Charles getting ready to come up here. And when you look at Jamal Charles, he's breaking out of the backfield in space, in screens. They get this man the ball.
He's the number 1 receiver, number 1 reception, and the number 1 touchdown.
Rushing and touchdown. So when you look at this guy, he's so dangerous with the ball in hand. They find a way in his offense to keep the ball in his hand. So, but I have to give it to LeSean McCoy. Shane McCoy and what he's doing in this offense is unreal. I heard he will be the next back to go over 2,000, and I would agree with that. This is in snow. Field conditions are horrible. He sets up his ball, cuts inside, do it better than anybody. I think when you look at his balance, his breakaway speed, what he's capable of doing. Watch this. This is really what you want to do. A hop step in snow. Dallas don't have a chance. This guy, they probably should have released him after the game. I would have, hey, how could you fall for that? But LeSean McCoy, I think, as he goes, so does he.
Those 2 guys you hate to play against, right? Guys that are jitterbugs like that, they move.
Jamal Charles and like those type of guys in space for a linebacker, the one thing that they do is they get him in space, they spread the formation, they create those running lanes for him. And then when you get a big size linebacker, 265, 70-pound guy, trying to stop a guy like that in space, they get like that in space. And guys, we're going to take our chance. We're going to run through them, especially Jamal Charles. They give him the ball in space, whether it's the hands, whether it's the flare routes, they put him in the slot, like they use him like McCluster. They're tough guys.
All right, we don't have that much time left. I want to hear who your sleeper running back is in a while.
I think for sleeper, you got to go with Darren Sproles. The reemergence of Darren Sproles. Ever since the concussion, he's been missing. But LeSean Sproles, same exact type backs. He's a speedy back or a nifty back, and he gets the ball out in space, out of the backfield. They throw it to him a lot and get him in mismatches. So Darren Sproles.
Which back does their team rely on them the most?
Well, when you talk about being physical, being in the playoffs, I say you go to Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy is the back that you want to feed. Just feed him. Feed this puppy. Feed him. And continue to feed him. I think you're going to have to give San Francisco a heavy dosage of Eddie Lacy. We talked about him just being downhill back, and then I went back and looked at some tape. I see a spin move. That's his signature spin move.
You don't want that.
Is feed it to him. So I think when you look at the guy that you have to get involved in the game, and let's go.
Can you, before we go to the commercial, can you give me the little wiggle again?
Yeah.
weekend, we're going to be talking about a quarterback coming up. Colin Kaepernick found himself compared to Joe Montana, Tim Tebow, and Peyton Manning all in one season. We're going to tell you which one Kaepernick's going to look like coming up this weekend.
NFL Total Access is brought to you by FedEx One Rate. Simple, flat rate shipping with the reliability of FedEx. Welcome back. Sorry,
There's nothing like being your own boss. And my customers are really liking our flat rate shipping.
FedEx One Rate.
Really makes my life easier.
Maybe a promotion is in order.
Good news. I got a new title.
And a raise?
Management couldn't make that happen.
Introducing FedEx One Rate. Simple flat rate shipping with the reliability of FedEx.
We're a small business, and we needed a new website.
I talked to a web design company, but they wanted to charge me a fortune.
Then I heard about web.com.
It said they would build me a custom website for free.
We just thought, there's no way.
Called them up, and then they built it for me.
Custom. Just like they said, a custom website built free. Who would have thought?
If you call the experts at web.com now, you can have a new custom website built for your small business absolutely free. Plus, we'll list your new website in hundreds of places online, so new customers can easily find you.
Well, my business has really picked up since we've had our new website.
If you're happy with your new website, we'll continue to provide promotion, hosting, support, and maintenance, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
And when they say nothing, they really mean nothing.
You say it, we build it free. It's as easy as web.com. Call 1-800-627-1723 today.
You got the hearts of lions. Good things, bad things, it doesn't matter. That's who you are. That's what carries us from here to where we are. Everybody's talking about what we couldn't do and what we wouldn't do and what we shouldn't do, right? You get it week after week, day after day. No matter what somebody said about you around us, it doesn't matter what they say.
Find your look at NFLshop.com.
Twin brothers that were inseparable,
For 21 years, we did the same thing every single day.
who struggled once they were split apart.
I wasn't anywhere near what their expectations were.
This great start to my career, he just died.
He wasn't one of the guys, man. He just wasn't.
But each found their own way to NFL start.
I just wanted to excel. I wanted to be the best.
Tiki and Monday Barber, A Football Life, all new Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
Passion doesn't have a halftime. Devotion doesn't get an off-season. Hope never calls timeout. And NFL Network doesn't stop either. With NFL prospects on the clock, we're at it around the clock. Exclusive access, live coverage like no one else can deliver. The East-West Shrine Game, the Senior Bowl, the Scouting Combine, and the 2014 Draft. NFL Network's got you covered.
NFL Game Day, there to start and end your wild card weekend with exclusive interviews and a Hall of Fame cast. NFL Game Day starts Saturday at 10 Eastern and Sunday at 7 Eastern live here on NFL Network. So a busy day around the league in the coaching ranks. Lovie Smith goes back to the Buccaneers where he was a linebacker coach under Tony Dungy back in 1996. That's when we started on that staff. And Bill O'Brien gets his first NFL head coaching job here with the Houston Texans after 2 successful seasons at Penn State. So if you had to pick one of these organizations next year, which one is going to be more successful in your mind? What do you think, Will?
I'm going to have to say Lovie because he's already had experience in this league, a winning experience, knowing how to win games. He'll be able to put his staff in place, and he has a little more experience as a head coach, and he knows how to get it done in an immediate fashion. You know, I'm going to go on the other side of it. I'm going to go with Bill O'Brien, and I know that seems like the popular pick here. I like Bill O'Brien for a couple of reasons. One, because we saw what he did with Penn State when he pretty much had nothing, and then you turn around and look at the fact that he could go out there with the first pick and get a Blake Bortles out of UCF. This kid's phenomenal. I think he could be the type of quarterback to change this franchise around.
Well, I'll stick with Willie. I'll take Tampa Bay and Lovie Smith. I think they're familiar with his style of defense, playing cover 2, being in the NFC still. I don't think it's a major adjustment. I think he comes in, implement his staff, get in what he wants done, and then go right into it instantly.
I think the AFC South is an easier conference than he has in the NFC South.
Well, I think when you look at that division is one that they could possibly win. Heck, they won it 2 years in a row. They get a new quarterback in there. Maybe Michael Vick comes in as a backup. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of
Michael Vick is not going to play quarterback.
You don't think so? And he can come in and come on bench. That's a good point. I guess he's going to be back. I think go ahead and do that and fill it. Wonder why, though. Thanks for watching.
Tonight on NFL Total Access, Packers receiver Jordy Nelson joins us, and we're talking Wild Card Weekend tonight, 8 Eastern. 2 days after firing Greg Schiano, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have decided to hire this man, Lovie Smith. Smith did not coach last season after being fired by the Bears. He spent 9 seasons in Chicago. Lovie Smith to Tampa Bay just makes sense. He knows the organization. He was a linebacker coach there under Tony Dungy. Bringing Ian Rappaport right now. And Ian, this seemed to happen very quickly. How did it go down so fast?
Again, it did happen really quickly. You know, just a day after the Bucs fired Greg Schiano, they went to Chicago, met with Lovie Smith. A day later, they were already talking contracts. The Bucs targeted him early in the process. As you mentioned, there's a ton of familiarity. Lovie Smith, a former linebackers coach in Tampa, loves the city, loves the organization, and of course, the feeling is mutual. Plus, the Bucs and the Detroit Lions had Lovie Smith very high on their list. They did everything they could to make sure that the Lions did not end up interviewing Lovie Smith. They tried to. It just would not happen. In the end, just a couple minutes ago, the Bucs reached an agreement with Lovie Smith to make him their next head coach.
Lovie Smith spent 9 seasons in Chicago. He took the Bears to a Super Bowl. He got fired after a 10-6 season. Well respected around the National Football League. I'm assuming he's going to be able to put together a pretty nice staff. Any word on who might be on that staff?
Yeah, Dan, and those things are already in the works as we speak. Actually have been for several weeks. Remember, Lovie Smith took a year off from football last year, so had plenty of time to get his ducks in a row. And what he is planning for offensive coordinator is Jeff Tepper, the former Cal head coach, a quarterback guru who taught Aaron Rodgers and plenty of others. And for defensive coordinator, look at 2 places. One in Dallas, where Rod Marinelli is the defensive line coach. That is Lovie Smith's first choice. If he can't get Marinelli out of his contract, don't be surprised if he brings Leslie Frazier, his good friend and the former Vikings coach, as his defensive coordinator, Dan.
I wonder if Jerry Jones is listening to this right now and trying to sign Rod Marinelli to a defensive coordinator deal. Okay, so Bill O'Brien goes to the Texans. Yeah, I guess Monty Kiffin could be on his way out there. Marinelli would be an obvious guy to replace him. But we're talking about the Texans job. And Bill O'Brien leaves Penn State after 2 years. He did a remarkable job there. Spent some time with the New England Patriots. But this guy, for the most part, is a college coach. He spent the bulk of his time as a coach in the college ranks. His first head coaching job in the pros. Why does this seem like a good fit?
Again, when you take a look at the Texans this year, they had plenty of talent on the defensive side of the ball, and receiver, a franchise running back in Aaron Foster. What they did not have was a viable quarterback. And so what they did was they found the foremost quarterback guru, what they believe in the country. They just had to go to the college ranks to do it. Bill O'Brien from Penn State, who made a freshman successful team last year and then a sophomore this year. He was also the guy who worked with Tom Brady for years in New England. You know, there's that famous scene on the sideline in Pittsburgh where O'Brien gets in Brady's face, would not let anything stop him from teaching him, even in the heat of the battle. What the Texans hope is they have a coach who can groom their next franchise quarterback.
All right, Ian Rappaport, all over it, as always, our NFL media insider at RapSheet on Twitter. Thanks, Ian. Welcome inside. We're talking to coaches with Willie McGinnis, Akbar Bajabiamila, and Clinton Portis. 2 very different coaching situations here. We have Lovie Smith,
a guy who spent 9 years in Chicago, took him to the Super Bowl, knows how to win. And then we have a guy who's a first-time NFL head coach. How does Lovie approach the situation? How might that be different when they're going to approach that in Houston?
Well, I think with Lovie, he has experience. He has 84 wins and 63 losses, so he's a winner in this league. He went to a Super Bowl. He got fired after a 10-6 season. Players really love him. They buy into it. He has all his systems and everything set up. He knows what he wants to do on defense. He has an idea on the offense, the kind of guy he needs, because he doesn't touch that side of the ball. But I think he's already won half the battle. He earns those guys' respect, put his system in place, and they'll be fine.
You know, when you look at the situation for Bill O'Brien, though, for Bill O'Brien, I think his situation is going to be a lot different. For Bill O'Brien, he's going to have to go into the locker room and establish who he is and not go off of the rank of, I coached under the New England Patriots. We've seen some coaches under there come out of that system, not be successful. He has to understand the temperament of this team, know how to execute, and then establish that quarterback position. Get you a quarterback. Michael Vick could be available. So that's a good place to start.
I think it's all about, when you look at the line, I think it's about game in the locker room. Understanding who you have in your locker room. You have vets in there. You have proven guys, J.J. Watt, Andre Johnson. You have guys who've been to multiple Pro Bowls. And then when you look at this Tampa Bay locker room with Lovie Smith coming in, I think it's instant credibility from those players looking, saying, well, we have Lovie as a coach. We already believe. We know he's proven. We know he can win, and we know what he's going to bring to this organization.
You got to earn the players' respect. As a new coach, you come in, you have your system. They're used to doing things a separate way, but both these organizations want to win. You go in there and they have talented players on both sides of the ball. For a new coach coming from the college ranks who hasn't been a head coach in the NFL before, I think he's going to have to make an adjustment too. You're a leader of men now, and it's not college guys, younger guys. So some of the things you're going to have to throw out there and see how it is. Understand your personnel, make those adjustments, earn that respect, and make it fun. Make it fun for the players. Have a good time.
The other thing with Lovie is I'm going to be excited to see how he develops this defense as well. He's got a pretty good defense. Has been around a lot of good defenses. You remember when he was in Chicago, he had Adewale Agbonleye, he had Julius Peppers. He's had some pass rushers. They got a young kid there, Adrian Claiborne. I want to see how they develop those guys. And the other defensive ends, get those guys going. That defense, they have all the right makings. Great linebacking core. They got a good nucleus there. And on offense, they've got Doug Martin, Vincent Jackson. I mean, he's walking into a very good situation.
I'll be curious to see if he sticks with a young Mike Lennon or he goes out and drafts another quarterback.
Well, you got to go out and draft a quarterback either way it go. I don't really see a lot of holes in this team that you have to do. It's your structure and organization, getting the players to believe and getting the players to follow. So you got 5 or 6 picks in the draft to go and do anything because you already have players. So you go and get you a quarterback who can come in and work with him.
One of these teams in the playoffs not too long ago. Of the playoffs, the final game of Wild Card Weekend is a rematch of their season opener. The Niners beat the Packers in San Fran due in part to a career-high 412 passing yards from Colin Kaepernick. Sunday's game going to be at Lambeau, and both teams think they've evolved since that season opener.
I think every team's different, playoffs compared to week 1. There's some stuff in that game, but, teams have that identity. We have different players playing. They have different players playing. We're doing some different things on offense. We've gone through some changes. Eddie's role is far different than it is today. We're playing differently, and the playoffs, it comes down to execution. Whatever team can run their stuff better and get the ball in the end zone, we're going to win. We saw a top-notch team week 1, and the top-notch team now. At this point where we stand, we're not trying to explain or answer those questions in detail. It's simple. Take our best players. We'll go to Green Bay and see if we can beat their best players.
All right, there you heard from Coach Harbaugh. Time now for our hashtag battle. Join the conversation. Tweet your vote to @NFL Network. The 49ers guys, they've won 6 straight. They might be the hottest team in the NFL, but the Packers have their quarterback back. Clay Matthews out on the other side of the ball. If you're Green Bay, how do you beat San Francisco? And keep in mind, it's going to be chilly. 4 degrees according to the weather.
I don't understand that. How can it get that cold? I don't get that.
You got to get out of L.A.
Yeah, I know. Well, for me, I think that they have to stop the run. That's going to be important. If they can stop that run, because Frank Gore and those guys and Jim Harbaugh's offense is designed against that power run game. They're going to roll. They're going to try to do unbalanced sets. Aaron Rodgers can't come out rusty like he did against the Chicago Bears, and we saw that it took a couple of minutes to and if he goes out there and throws 2 interceptions in the first 16 minutes like he did against the Chicago Bears, the 49ers may not let up, and so it's going to be those two men.
Well, I think to protect Aaron Rodgers from throwing interceptions early, you come out and you give them a heavy dose of this running game. You got James Starks back on track. You got Eddie Lacy, who's been carrying them since Rodgers went down. Give them a heavy dose. I don't care if it's 3 and out. Come out and establish the run. Let them know we're going to pound you, we're coming after you, and we're going to get to the quarters. You can't get out of your game plan. Don't get behind them. On the flip side, you look at the San Francisco 49ers, they will run the power game, but you have all your receivers back healthy. So how does Green Bay secondary match up with the 49ers receivers, and how do you stop the running game? You can't. I think this game is going to be tough because the matchup, no Cole Matthews, going to have to drop a guy in the box, is going to leave receivers open downfield.
It's going to be tough for Green Bay. And I know everybody says give Eddie Lacy the ball, give Starks the ball. Coming into the game plan in our meeting room, the number one thing we're going to do is take away the run game. And if any team has the right guys in the right game plan to go after in San Francisco, one of the toughest teams, the front 7 guys, they're made to stop the run and play tough in the trenches. This game is going to come down to the tougher team that's going to be more physical, and that's the San Francisco 49ers. On the offensive line, they can move the pound, they can move that offensive line, that defensive line all the way down the field. I don't think Green Bay has enough. I know they got some players, and no disrespect to them, but I just think that the 49ers are a more physical team. It's going to start in the trenches on both sides of the ball. They're going to win that battle, and then can that offensive line protect Aaron Rodgers? That's the other thing. Once the 49ers match up well on the outside with those receivers, can they stop Justin Smith, Alden Smith, Ahmad when they bring it down with Willis or Bowman? Can they stop those guys? I don't think they can do that. And then the 49ers on offense, pick your points. When are you going to stop? You going to double Vernon Davis?
Nope.
Are you going to
get to an Anquan?
Are you going to double Anquan Bolden? Or are you going to stop Crabtree? If not, we got Frank Gore. And then when you want to match up and go man, guess who's going to take off for 70, 50 yards last year? Campbell Park. So there's a lot of pieces in San Francisco that goes in their advantage. I don't think the weather's going to be a factor.
A high of 4 degrees. It is going to be chilly, man. You know what? The 49ers are a team that's designed for cold weather.
I would come out and my first play would be a flea flick. That'll stop everything you're talking about.
You got Dante Whitner and you got Eric Reed on the back end. 2 of the best safeties.
I just want to go on record. I picked the 49ers before the season started, and they look great. I think everyone thinks. Apparently, our fandom meter says that people are picking Yeah, she says.
Watching the show.
She says represent.
Next on NFL Total Access, the biggest games, the brightest stars.
The Eagles' fast-paced offense is finally clicking. Is Chip Kelly's offense more explosive than the Saints? And should other coaches be taking notes?
It's primetime football all week long.
Listen up, Who Day Nation. A.J. Green is coming up live, and he has a few interesting things to say on Sunday. They say numbers never lie. Interesting stats and trends heading into Wild Card Weekend. Will these stats stick or stop? NFC North Division Championship dagger.
There's so much more to come.
NFL Total Access is brought to you by Pepsi. Live now.
Do you suffer from throbbing, swollen ankles? Is your injured ankle so weak you need extra support? Introducing Ankle Genie, the new zip-up compression sleeve designed to reduce foot fatigue while energizing your foot and ankle. Standing on your feet all day can cause swollen ankles and radiating leg pain. But Ankle Genie provides the ankle support you need to relieve swelling. It's a struggle to wear medical compression socks. Pulling them up, pulling them off. What a job! But Ankle Genie has a built-in zipper and adjustable Velcro closure so it slips on and off easily and adjusts to your size. Best of all, Ankle Genie can be worn over socks and in shoes for all-day comfort. Comfortable anti-fatigue neoprene construction soothes, massages, and energizes your foot and ankle 24/7. And it's so durable, it lasts and lasts.
It also provides the compression, and the compression is an essential part to reduce the inflammation, which will allow healing to happen in the foot.
After I had my surgery, my doctor told me I could not fly without wearing compression socks. These zipped right on. 6 hours later, I arrived at my destination, happy and healthy.
Wear Ankle Genie in athletic shoes, boots, socks, or slippers. It's the perfect support while golfing, or tennis, hockey, or biking. Ankle Genie is ideal for relieving ankle swelling, and it provides exquisite relief anytime your ankle swells from fluid retention, varicose veins, or poor circulation. Similar compression ankle sleeves can cost $25 and don't come with a zipper. But call now and get the Ankle Genie for just $12.99. As part of the special TV offer, you can double your order. Get the support you need for each ankle. That's incredible value. Yours for $12.99. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-207-6465 and get the Ankle Genie special offer, or visit anklegenie.com. But hurry, quantities are limited, so call now. 1-800-207-6465. That's 1-800-207-6465. Call now.
Coming up tonight on NFL Total Access, receiver Jordy Nelson stops by.
Yes, he's checked a couple items off his wish list, but I know he still has a couple to go.
That's right, a couple of playoff wins, and perhaps, who knows, a Super Bowl appearance. NFL Total Access tonight, 8 Eastern.
Jerry Wright. Hey, what's up, Brian? We drafted a Pro Bowl team. You better be ready.
Oh, yeah, I got some homework to do.
He's in trouble.
Okay, guys, crunch time. The Pro Bowl Draft, January 22nd on NFL Network.
And Peterson takes it back from the 25 and is loose.
Vince Lombardi is football royalty, a man who demanded winning. The story of the most revered coach of all time, a special two-part football writer presented by Chase, Vince Lombardi, Saturday, 5:30 Eastern, only on NFL Network.
It's the official debut of the Get-Together Eagles. Vic gives it off to McCoy. Up number 1 man. This crowd cannot believe what they are seeing. And it's caught. It's a touchdown goes to Stella. The Eagles open the season with a tremendous win. Words like desperation, critical, defining seem inappropriate in Week 5, but today they really do apply. Vic rolling in the end zone. Vic is shaken up. Michael Vick coming over to the sideline. Nick Foles is coming in. Going deep. Got it. Touchdown! Foles put it up there, and the little guy went up and got it. It's a good win for the Eagles. Nick Foles came in and showed the force of a veteran. It's a perfect football Sunday as the Eagles try to continue their trend as Americans get. Foles going deep for Riley Cooper. Touchdown! Riley Cooper just looking up. Touchdown pass number 6. Tying the Eagles' all-time record with his 7th touchdown pass of the game. What a day for the Eagles. The snow has intensified.
You got a battle for every inch out there. And he plays and covered it. Stafford inside handoff. Bell, end zone. You can beat them inside. They're now moving real fast.
Gets it off to McCoy. Steps over a man. Now you've got a game. Danny McCoy up the middle. This is a memorable Eagles win. It's excitement and high stakes you're after. You come to the right place. It's where to go home. He's going to sell it. Who is it? He's back. He is firing, and it is complete. Diving in for the touchdown, Gavin Escobar. The Eagles have to be very fundamentally sound right here. Looks like he fires. And it's intercepted. It's intercepted. The Eagles are going to host the New Orleans Saints. Wow.
Here we are again, Dan Helly with the guys, Willie, Clinton Portis, Akbar talking about this Eagles football team that won 7 out of the last 8 games. And this offense didn't revolutionize offense on the NFL level, but it's been pretty unbelievable. 7 touchdown passes, 2 receptions for Nick Foles. We know what Sean McCoy has done to Sean Jackson at over 1,300 receiving yards. Willie, does this team, if they can win this weekend, do they have the ability to get to the Super Bowl?
You know what? I don't like to say that a team can't get to the Super Bowl because anything can happen in the NFL. This team is playing good going into the playoffs. They're gaining momentum. But that's the big question. Can they get past the Saints? And if you look at the Saints, what are the Saints doing? They're on the move that they want to go. This is a big year for them. Coming back with their coach, getting all the pieces back in place, a new defensive coordinator. in the playoffs is something you cannot do. This defense is last in pass defense.
Yeah.
What does this team like to do? They like to throw the ball. And we know the run game has been anemic. They may have to incorporate that to open up some of the plays, but when I just look at the matchups on the outside, the Strohs, the tight end position for the Saints, I just don't see them being able to consistently stop the New Orleans Saints in this game.
What do you think?
You know what? I like Chip Kelly's chance and this Eagles chance to actually, make a run through. And, is it likely? That's another question. But if they are able to get past the Saints, here's what I like about this offense. This offense has found a different way to communicate. We are in an age now where a lot of guys don't know football. They use their athletic talents to get into the NFL, and all of a sudden when you talk about offense, this offense requires a system where guys are now being able to go off of color codes and be able to process the information a lot faster. And that's why we've seen this tempo, this offense pick up the way it is. And so if you get this team that's got a Nick Foles, a LaShawn McCoy, Riley Cooper, most people weren't really familiar with him until his offseason antics. He's got hot in this offense. I think this offense can create havoc for a lot of defenses.
Well, I feel the same way. I think this is a perfect fit for this Eagles squad when you look at Chip Kelly and what he does offensively. But again, like Willie said, when you come in, you got the Saints coming in eager to prove something. Darren Sproles must show up. Therefore, with the Saints and Drew Brees attacking the Eagles secondary, I think it's holes in that defense. This Eagles defense is not going to use defense at all. So therefore, there's going to be points both ways because the Saints will score and the Eagles will score. It's the turnover battle. How will the weather play a factor in the turnover battle? If you can control the ball, I think whoever wins the turnover this game.
What I'm taking from this is you guys both think the Saints are probably going to win this game. If you had to pick one, you'd probably pick the Saints over the Eagles, even though they're on the road.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
And so all three of you guys say if they had
You're giving the
if they got past this game, is the defense something that's going to hold them back? They're just not a championship caliber defense.
Especially in the NFC. They're playing really good defense. Okay, so I think you can't go one-sided into the playoffs and think that you're going to dominate some of the best teams, especially in the NFC. I mean, you look at the San Francisco 49ers, look at the Seattle Seahawks. Look at some of these teams that's in that division. These teams run the ball really well. They play great defense, and they got a quarterback that can create and make plays, not only in the air with his arm, but with his feet. And I'm not taking anything away from Philadelphia. I know they want to score points, and they can score points, but that puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Well, I'll say one thing. That defense has gotten better from the first half of the season to the second half of the season. They got a lot better.
I'll give them that.
Well, I think the second thing you look at is every other team in the NFC plays offense and defense. San Fran, Seattle, Carolina. Those are the teams that have faced the Saints.
Wow, this is going to be interesting, this whole playoff run, man, because that's going to be a fireworks show in Philadelphia. Folks, A.J. Green, he's a juggling expert. I don't know if you knew that. Both on and off the field. He has the nickname Inspector Gadget. We just call him Pro Bowler. We're also going to ask him who his top three receivers in the league are and about the playoff rules. Coming up.
Want great green grass all year round with less mowing and practically no watering or fertilizing? Now you can with Grassology, a scientific breakthrough grass seed that gives you great green grass. Just complement your existing lawn. Once established, you get a gorgeous green lawn that's virtually maintenance-free. Patent-pending Grassology, the science of grass, is the original low-maintenance seed blend. Developed by Pearls Premium, it's so revolutionary it's featured on news stations everywhere. Unlike regular grass that require constant water and fertilizer, Grassology's roots grow 4 times deeper than ordinary water and nutrients. And Grassology slowly reaches a dwarf height, so there's a lot less mowing. Guaranteed. Wow! Look at the Grassology difference. Now that's amazing. If you've got bare patches, bald spots or brown spots caused by pets, use Grassology. It naturally fights disease, insects, even weeds, so you have a lawn that looks like a fairy. Save time and money. There's no more high watering bills, no more weekly mowing, no more ongoing fertilizing, and no more constant weeding. This lawn hasn't been mowed in months. Check out the Grassology difference after a harsh drought. If your lawn is thicker, fuller, in 60 days, we'll give you your money back. Call or go online now and get £1 of Grassology. enough for 250 square feet of gorgeous barefoot soft lawn for just $14.99. But if you call right now, you can double the order to £2. That's more than also get a 25-foot Pocket Hose Ultra. The #1 expandable garden hose in the world is now 3 times stronger. Grassology for $14.99. Call now.
Call 1-800-959-5908, and today you can get a special double offer on Grassology Pocket Hose. So call 1-800-959-5908. That's 1-800-959-5908. Call now.
Twin brothers that were inseparable.
For 21 years, we did the same thing every single day.
Who struggled once they were split apart.
I wasn't anywhere near what their expectations were.
This great start to my career, he just died. He wasn't one of the guys. No, he just wasn't.
But each found their own way to NFL.
He wanted to be the best.
Randy Barber's got the sound. Just Tiki Barber, he's a player. Tiki and Randy Barber, a football live, all new Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
If they can't buy happiness, I got it for a bargain. Since we left Fios and switched to Xfinity, we get more speed and less money. That's a big deal, especially for the one paying the bills. Now everyone can do what they want, all at the same time, and way faster. With one big happy family.
More doesn't have to cost more. Switch to Xfinity Internet from Comcast for $29.99.